The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome. This is TV1 News. I'm Carol Kidu Jr.
And I'm Tracy Pat. Join me later for all the sporting details.
In this edition, PNG Corps warns of gold bill impact, tri-party MOU signed in mangrove conservation, and athletics PNG named team for Oceania champs. A community advocacy group, ACT Now, has raised concerns that the government is not on track to meet its log export reduction goals as outlined in the Medium-Term Development Plan 5. Campaign manager for ACT Now, Eddie Tanago, says it is good to see that the government has a concrete plan to reduce round log exports, but it is concerning to see the PNG Forest Authority not meeting those targets.
In 2022, the government announced a ban on all round log exports in the next 3 to 5 years, with the intention to increase local downstream processing to promote greater employment, increase GDP, and boost government revenues. The log export data shows an export of 2.2 million cubic meters in 2023. This is well over the full year target set in the MTDP4 of 1.695 million cubic meters. Although there is a drop from 2022 export data by 27%, it exceeds the MTDP4 targets by 32%. According to the data provided, the target volume for log export in 2023 is 1.695 million cubic meters. For 2024, it's 1.296 million. For 2025, it's 897,000 cubic meters. ACT Now campaign manager Eddie Tanago says if the government does not get it right in the first year, it is very unlikely that it will achieve the plan at all. The community advocacy group says the continued abuse of forest clearing authorities is one of the major reasons that round log exports are too high. In 2023, forest clearing authorities were responsible for more log exports than any other concession type, yet published research shows many of these projects are illegal. The advocacy group recommended that the government undertake an independent, public and transparent audit of all existing FCAs, and until that is done, log exports from these concessions should be suspended. Freddie Moe, TV1 News.
The provisions of the National Gold Corporation Bill 2022, which restricts the independence of the Bank of PNG in issuing national currency, will be catastrophic for the PNG economy, leading to a scenario of uncontrolled inflation and significant deterioration of PNG kina. PNG Chamber of Resources and Energy has warned that the proposed NGC bill has provisions that would remove the Bank of PNG's independence.
PNG Chamber of Resources and Energy, or CORE President Anthony Smare, has warned that the proposed NGC bill will affect the Bank of PNG's operations in the country. Smare explained that under the Central Banking Act, the Bank of PNG alone is authorized to issue currency notes and mint coins for PNG and controls the flow of money in the PNG economy and therefore inflation. However, the NGC bill has provisions that effectively remove the Bank of PNG's independence. Section 329 and 330 of the NZC bill says that the National Mint Company has the exclusive right to make currency, while Section 331 says that the BPNG cannot use anyone else to make currency on its behalf other than the National Mint Company. The bill now provides directions for the central bank not to mint or issue gold coins. The role of the central bank in producing and issuing gold coins for circulation or non-circulation will now be replaced or transferred to the privately owned National Mint with no restrictions on currency production, as per Section 332. Section 326 of the NZC bill directs that a director state equity can serve a notice to the governor of PNG to arrange for the National Mint Company to make and print currency and coin as and when it sees fit. The National Mint Company will obviously charge for the currency it produces BPNG. Smare raised concern that by the notion that currency control has been taken away from Bank of PNG provided to a third party who will make profit from the amount of currency they provide, as it opens the possibility of currency production tied to the profit imperatives of the National Mint Company rather than the traditional goal of Bank of PNG to control monetary policy to supervise inflation in the economy. He is said to put the production of currency in the hands of a privately owned third party who are incentivized to produce as much currency as possible and not pursuant to the supervision of the central bank, sets the stage for hyperinflation. Mr. Smare strongly emphasized that the sovereign role of the central bank must be protected in all aspects of producing currency. Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
Ownership of the Heights Power Station in Hela Province will be transferred to PNG stakeholders within 12 months. New Porgera Limited, or NPL, in a statement clarified certain matters regarding the ownership of this facility, which provides power to the Porgera mine. The ownership will ensure all landowners from Hela and Enga along the power line corridor are all incentivized.
While Barrick New Guinea Limited has been appointed by New Porgera Limited to operate the mine, including the power station and other associated infrastructure, it agreed to support the state's proposal that the Heights Power Station be transitioned to be owned entirely by PNG stakeholders. This is part of the Porgera Project Commencement Agreement. NPL also owns the high power transmission line that runs on a mining easement from Heights to the Porgera mine. According to the statement, BNL's support was subject to several conditions, namely that BNL should continue to operate the power station and associated infrastructure, and importantly, that Porgera mine would have first priority for electricity generated by the power station. After the transfer of the power station, NPL will remain the owner of the transmission line. NPL and BNL remain committed to transferring the Heights Power Station to 100% PNG ownership as soon as feasible. However, the transfer will also depend on the PNG stakeholders agreeing ownership arrangements among themselves. It is critically important that the new ownership arrangements for the Heights Power Station ensure that the power plant landowners and transmission line owners in both Hela and Enga provinces are all rewarded to guarantee the uninterrupted supply of power to the mine. The shareholders of Heights Power Station after the transfer from BNL to NPL will most likely include Hela Provincial Government, landowners of the Heights Power Plant, and landowners of the power line corridor, including those both on the Hela and Enga sides. BNL as operator is working to return Porgera mine back to full production as soon as possible. This is currently expected in the third quarter of this year, and is dependent on the continued uninterrupted supply of electricity from the Heights Power Station. It is crucial that while discussions progress on the transfer arrangements, including on the sharing of ownership between the PNG stakeholders, that transmission assets are not vandalized as that would only delay the return of the mine to full production and the transfer of the power station to 100% PNG ownership. Ruth Rungula, TV1 News.
3 wanted criminals in the Esala district, Milimbe province, were badly wounded in a dawn raid yesterday. Police conducted the dawn raid at Sisiana village outside of Esala in pursuit of notorious criminals involved in multiple crimes. The wounded criminals fled into the nearby bushes and escaped. According to the Provincial Police Commander, Senior Inspector Benjamin Kua, their camps were identified and destroyed in the pursuit and a few stolen items recovered. PPC Kua said the suspects who were injured by gunshots are believed to be somewhere in the mountains of Sisiana ward. He therefore called on the villagers to help the police bring these men to justice. Member for Middle Ramu District Council Kangaroo has announced the launching of the Medang-Baya Missing Link Road, Middle Ramu 5-year District Development Plan 2023 to 2027, and the district's quarterly newsletter.
Plenty of people from Middle Ramu, Olisapa, until 47 years now. Now I'm close to by 50 years. Okay, district development service by reaching through all district I'm hard through. Aligatol infrastructure, aligatol cacao stuff, vanilla stuff, wave blocks money stuff, but product reaching through. Now plenty basic services upload bagarap in long district. So we upload put in priority long district also.
You're watching TV1 News. Join us for more news after the break.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Open lens.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bunyamyumi.
Right across the nation, we eat snack crackers. Emi Trupla, all get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Does anybody know any English? No? Oh my God, this is crazy. This changes everything.
If they have an interest with the same girl, this is going to turn into a competition. Who's next? Who's going to decide to pack their bags and leave?
Speechless, literally.
Love and Translation, tonight 8:30 on TLC.
Welcome back. Mangroves play a vital role in coastal ecology and in sustaining and securing coastal communities. They reduce the harmful effects of coastal erosion, storms and flooding, and are one of the most cost-effective methods of managing disaster risk along coastlines. Today, a mangrove conservation and rehabilitation tri-party MOU signing took place at the Motueka International Terminal between Total Energies PNG, ICTSI South Pacific and PNG Ports Corporation.
To contribute positively to the preservation and restoration of mangrove ecosystems, Total Energies EP PNG Limited, as the operator of the Papua LNG project, is working closely with all stakeholders to deliver an exemplary project, in particular where sustainability, biodiversity and low carbon emissions are concerned.
And as part of the project mitigation strategy we have developed together with our partners, the project being Zero Net Deforestation, we have set up this mangrove rehabilitation and conservation program. And this shows our commitment toward net biodiversity gain. This commitment aims at rehabilitating degraded and disturbed mangrove sites in the Fairfax Harbour, Caution Bay and NCD areas.
In line with Total Energy's commitment to zero net deforestation and to offset any project-impacted mangrove habitats, the Papua LNG project, in collaboration with PNG Ports Corporation and the Motueka International Terminal, signed a cooperation agreement for the mangrove rehabilitation and conservation. The agreement establishes a basis for cooperation between Total Energies, PNG Ports Corporation and Motueka International Terminal for development of mangrove biodiversity, conservation and rehabilitation at Fairfax Harbour.
For every 6 molecules of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, through photosynthesis with water and sunlight, the mangrove releases 6 molecules of O2, that is 6 molecules of oxygen. Incredibly important and effective plants. Through this agreement, we affirm MIT's commitment to decarbonisation in general and preserving and restoring these invaluable ecosystems in particular.
Mangroves provide the natural infrastructure to protect the surrounding environment. They reduce erosion, they absorb storm surge impacts during extreme weather events and mitigate the effects of climate change. And we look forward to more collaboration as we look into rolling out this program across our network, which is in line with our company's focus on capturing climate change and seismic resilience in all redevelopment projects.
NCD Governor Powers Pakop delivered the event's key address.
On behalf of the city and NCDC, I'm happy to be here to witness and participate in this first exercise. We all are stakeholders and we need to work together to achieve the outcome of this MOA.
Today's event commenced the planting of more than 600 mangroves at the Motueka International Terminal. The planting featured 5 different species of mangroves, all cultivated at the Papua LNG Koke Hanua Mangrove Nursery in Porgera Village, Central Province. Maricela Kelaton, TVWAN News.
Today marked the celebration of the 3rd annual World Tree Kangaroo Day, dedicated to raising awareness about the endangered tree kangaroo species found in the rainforests of Papua New Guinea and parts of Australia. Led by the Port Moresby Nature Park and NCDC, the event aimed to unite global efforts in conservation. The third annual World Tree Kangaroo Day was celebrated today, uniting global efforts to raise awareness and support conservation initiatives for the endangered tree kangaroo species. The Port Moresby Nature Park Board Chairman Lorna McPherson emphasized the importance of the day in celebrating the uniqueness of tree kangaroos and rallying support for conservation programs.
This is the third World Tree Kangaroo Day. And the aim of having a World Tree Kangaroo Day, why do we do that? Well, first of all, it's to celebrate and raise the awareness of tree kangaroos. We want to try and also raise some support and funding to be able to make sure that the tree kangaroos have a great conservation programme. We also want to bring everybody together as well and really unite everybody, NGOs, zoos across the world and organisations and the government as well, so that everybody can celebrate how really fascinating the animals are. And also, I think it's also raising awareness across Papua New Guinea of how endangered these animals are.
Governor Pakop, in his keynote address, expressed pride in Papua New Guinea's designation of a global celebration day, highlighting the international participation of over 60 zoos and organizations across 10 countries.
Internationally, as well, over 60 zoos and organizations across 10 different countries, including Australia, USA, the UK, are also celebrating World Tree Kangaroo Day and sharing with millions of people worldwide how amazing the biodiversity of PNG is. Celebrations are also being held in zoos across Europe and Asia. Our international celebration of World Tree Kangaroo Day is spearheaded by the North American Association of Zoos and Aquariums Tree Kangaroo Safe Program. Port Moresby Nature Park is also a representative partner on the Tree Kangaroo Safe Committee. And collectively, they have been able to rally zoos catering for tree kangaroos to join in and celebrate World Tree Kangaroo Day.
The significance of the tree kangaroo to Papua New Guinea's biodiversity was stressed by Pakop, likening it to iconic species like the koala and panda in other nations. He urged active participation in conservation efforts and encouraged using hashtag World Tree Kangaroo Day on social media to follow and contribute to the cause. Spearheaded by the North American Association of Zoos and Aquariums Tree Kangaroo Safe program, these efforts underscored the global collaboration necessary to safeguard these unique marsupials and their habitats. Newly appointed Southern Highlands Provincial Police Commander Acting Chief Superintendent Epenis Nili is committed to focusing on implementing community policing in the province. Nili said this when officially taking office on Monday, 20th May. He said the main reason for this is to address the increased crime rate in the province. Nili also highlights the need to work closely with community leaders to implement new strategies in addressing crime.
Community policing will be the paramount and the bottom line for me to take back Southern Highlands. And to start off that, I really want to start that in Mendi town. And, I really want to recruit young, energetic grade 10 and grade 12 leavers who
In celebrating conservation and collaboration, Port Moresby Nature Park marked World Tree Kangaroo Day with an exclusive tour into the newly established Tree Kangaroo Rescue and Conservation Center, generously funded by American gold mining company Newmont. The celebrations of World Tree Kangaroo Day at the Port Moresby Nature Park featured an exclusive tour of the Tree Kangaroo Rescue and Conservation Center. The center aims to rescue and rehabilitate tree kangaroos from across Papua New Guinea. Newmont's Manager of External Relations and Communications, Ruth Warham, expressed the company's support for the initiative, emphasizing its importance in saving endangered species.
Newmont is pleased to be supporting the Port Moresby Nature Park's tree kangaroo rehabilitation program. So we have provided a funding of 400,000 kina to the park for them to construct the tree kangaroo rescue and rehabilitation facility that we've just visited. It is an important initiative and one that we're happy to be involved in, and proud to be working together with the Port Moresby Nature Park to achieve this. Right, so we provided the funding in 2021, which enabled the park to construct the facility itself, to bring in, the rare species that they've found around the country to the park for their rehabilitation and for the breeding as well.
Mammals team leader at the Port Moresby Nature Park, Karua, detailed the challenges faced by the centre, including the adaptation of tree kangaroos to the hot climate of Port Moresby. Despite these challenges, the centre houses 4 tree kangaroos and plans to expand to accommodate a total of 18. The goal is to breed these endangered species and reintroduce them into the wild, where their populations are dwindling.
The hope, the underlying focus for this facility is to breed this tree kangaroo so that we can be able to restock this tree kangaroo back in the wild. Because the mattress tree kangaroo and the Goodfellow's tree kangaroo are currently endangered. There are only few left in the wild.
The event showcased the ongoing efforts of Newmont and Port Moresby Nature Park in protecting and preserving Papua New Guinea's unique wildlife. Minister for Fisheries and Marine Resources Jelta Wong has addressed the 18th World Tuna Trade Conference and exhibition in Bangkok, recently emphasizing the theme Advancing Blue Transformation, Development and Innovation through the Global Tuna Industry. He highlighted PNG's pivotal role in global tuna fishing, noting that the parties to the Nauru Agreement account for 25% of the world's tuna catch. Minister Wong detailed PNG's recent initiatives for sustainable fisheries management, including ratifying the agreement on port state measures and establishing a shipwrighter agreement with the United States to combat illegal fishing. Wong also announced plans for a sectoral state-owned enterprise to diversify and strengthen PNG's fisheries sector. He emphasized the East New Britain initiative, which fosters regional cooperation and investment in the tuna value chain amidst climate change challenges. The Central Music Festival today received 20,000 kina from Trukai Industries. The festival is scheduled to take place from Friday, May 24th to Sunday, May 26, 2024 at Kwikila in Rigo District. As the inaugural event of its kind in Central Province, Trukai Industries' sponsorship under its Roots brand is committed to supporting community-centric events that foster unity and pride. The company sees this sponsorship as a means to further strengthen its ties with the local populace. Trukai Industries' agriculture team will be on site during the festival to provide information about the Trukai Smart Farmer program. This program offers a certificate course in irrigated rice farming, which will be conducted at the Pacific Adventist University in Port Moresby and the PNG University of Technology in Lae in June this year. Interested individuals are encouraged to visit the Trukai tent to learn more about participating in the course. Expressing commitment to the success and safety of the event, Trukai Industries Marketing Manager Marian Tom conveyed Trukai Industries' dedication to ensuring that their partnership with the Central Music Association facilitates a memorable and secure experience for all attendees.
We do know that the festival is just a few days away. It starts on Friday, and so we're very excited that we're able to come together and come to an agreement and show our support. Trukai, in terms of supporting events or festivals, cultural events, we've been doing that for many years. Some of those sponsorships actually more than 20 years, especially like the Mangrove show and the Goroka show. So we're really, really excited that, you know, Central Province finally has a festival. It's a music festival, but, you know, it's going to bring together and unite everyone from Central Province, and also really showcase music, which is a big part of Papua New Guineans and, you know, the way we celebrate.
She also extended congratulations to the Central Music Association for their initiative in organizing the inaugural Central Music Festival at Kwikila in Rigo District. Tom urged everyone to attend the festival and immerse themselves in 3 days of the finest music that Central Province has to offer. We apologize. We are unable to bring to you the market report at this time as it was not provided to us. TVWAN News continues after the break with news making headlines overseas. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic Kangaroo, get up a big smile on face. Time for kimchi and a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Magic, the taste PNG loves.
Need a wagon to carry stuff? Well, you're in luck! Win a fully stocked Flame wagon this holidays. Flame is giving away 345 Flame wagons stocked up with food for you and the family. How do you enter? Here's how. Simply buy Flame flour, Flame sugar, Flame oil or Flame rice, but 3 out of the 4 Flame products and enter your name on the back of your receipt to win. Check participating stores in main centers. Terms and conditions apply. Make it more one-time Flame.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Karen, talk young, or roll the scale rice family meal with toast. To bring out the smiles, cause it's a favorite by miles. Senisi go, la scale rice, low scale price. Senisi go, la scale rice, low scale price.
But you like him?
Hardware House is more than just a store. It is where quality meets affordability, where culture is proudly celebrated. Spanning 9 provinces, we pride ourselves in offering top-notch customer support and services. We're more than just a store. We're more than a brand. We are Hardware House.
Only on Fight Sports.
Hey, Monica. Have any good dreams about me lately?
A Lifetime original movie.
I have a feeling that Simone is coming for me. She's been dead 3 years. She's not gonna hurt you no more.
Raven Goodwin.
Where are you?
Amber Riley.
Oh, I'm here. I'm everywhere.
And K. Michelle.
What the hell does she want? Me. You're gonna get what you deserve.
Single black female 2. Simone's Revenge. On Lifetime.
Welcome back. The Australian federal government is sending 2 flights to riot-stricken New Caledonia to pick up stranded Australian tourists as the French Pacific Territory continues to grapple with unrest. At least 300 Australian travellers have been stuck in or near the capital Noumea, with some saying they have been struggling to get food and essential medications because of the disorder. Australia has spent the last 4 days pressing France to grant permission. Australia is deploying 2 military transport planes for the evacuation, with both aircraft expected to land back in Australia later today. New Zealand's government is also flying its stranded citizens out of New Caledonia with a military aircraft sent to Noumea. Meantime, France has sent 1,000 armed police troops and national security reinforcements to its overseas territory. The violence has left 6 dead and hundreds injured. An Australian doctor is trapped in Gaza after Israel closed the only way in and out of the besieged coastal enclave. The volunteer physician from Sydney has been stuck since the Rafah border crossing was seized at the start of this month. He's told the ABC he fears for his life.
Inside one of Gaza's few remaining hospitals, Dr. Modar al-Beiruti is on the front line of the war. It's emotionally and physically draining work, with few hands and even fewer resources.
Things like intensive care, you're talking 1 nurse to 12 patients, 12 ventilated patients. Now that obviously will lead to almost 100% death rate.
This mother, whose son has had his leg amputated, pleads with Dr. al-Beiruti to help with the pain. The Sydney emergency physician has been volunteering his time here since the start of May with an international delegation, but is now trapped and unable to return to his home after Israel seized the Rafah border crossing into Egypt, the only way in and out for civilians.
Obviously, my family is extremely worried. They knew that I'm going to a war zone, but it was supposed to be a 2-week trip. The drones are on top of you. Bombing, you can hear bombing, and it's getting closer day by day.
Medical supplies that he brought with him are also running out, and with no more volunteers allowed in, the pipeline of critical medical aid has stopped.
We don't have soap, there are no bed sheets, there are no gloves. You can only watch people die, and that's what's happening.
America and the United Kingdom have managed to secure a deal with Israel to have their doctors evacuated. Australia's Department of Foreign Affairs says it's working with Israel to get Dr. al-Beiruti home.
The chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court says he is seeking arrest warrants for Israeli and Hamas leaders, including Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, over alleged war crimes. ICC prosecutor Karim Khan KC has made applications for the warrants, claiming he has reasonable grounds to believe Mr. Netanyahu and an Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant bear responsibility for war crimes and crimes against humanity during the Israel-Gaza war. Arrest warrants have also been sought for Hamas leaders Yahya Sinwar, Ismail Yenya, and Mohammed Yab Ibrahim al-Masri for alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity. Both Israel and Hamas have previously dismissed allegations of war crimes. The prosecutor must request the warrants from a pre-trial panel of 3 judges, who take an average 2 months to consider the evidence and determine if the proceedings can move forward. The allegations against Mr. Netanyahu and Mr. Gallant include bearing responsibility for starvation of civilians as a method of warfare, willfully causing great suffering, and willful killing or murder as a war crime. Public sector workers say there'll be industrial action unless the state government meets their pay demands. Nurses, police officers and firefighters have been offered a 10.5% pay rise over 3 years, but unions say it won't be enough to address critical shortages in the workforce.
It's been a while since firefighters turned the hose on politicians, but a cost of living crisis has put the Labor government in their sights.
We've left no option off the table in the industrial action that we will take.
The government's made a pay offer to more than 400,000 public sector workers, including nurses, police, firefighters, prison guards and community services caseworkers. A 10.5% pay rise over 3 years, which includes a superannuation increase.
We said that we would scrap the wages cap, and we did, and we promised to deliver certainty, and we have.
The government's also offering a cost of living sweetener. In any year that inflation exceeds 4.5%, workers will be given a $1,000 payment.
It's just voodoo economics. If they have $1,000 available, they should put that into the pay packets of essential workers now.
The government's offer falls well short of firefighters' demands for 20% over 3 years. Police want 25% over 4 years, and nurses and midwives say they need 15% immediately.
If New South Wales wants to recruit and retain the nursing and midwifery workforce that it needs, then it has to at least match Queensland.
The government's bargaining position is weakened by the fact that it's already awarded historic pay rises to paramedics and teachers. Other unions have seen that Labor's willing to dig deep, and now they want their members to have a piece of that pie. The Treasurer says today's offer is a floor, not a ceiling.
If any union would like us to go above it, then we have a process with them in which we can find the offsetting savings and productivity gains that would support it.
This government has lost control of the budget. It has told union bosses one thing, you're going to get big wage increases. It's told the taxpayers something else, it won't cost you anything.
Unions have already begun negotiations, some more quietly than others.
Sarah Broanda, 22, is Queensland's youngest embalmer and part of a growing cohort of young women taking up careers in the traditionally male-dominated funeral industry.
Sarah Broanda was just 19 when she decided she wanted to be an embalmer. Now she spends her days surrounded by dead bodies.
I went to a couple of funerals actually, and yeah, it just really looked like an interesting job role.
It involves preserving corpses for repatriation or viewings. She felt at ease from day one.
I look after the general preparation of people's loved ones, so washing, dressing, casketing, cosmetics, fingerprints, hair, locks of hair, everything like that.
The now 22-year-old from Townsville is among a growing number of young women taking up jobs in the funeral industry.
It's definitely a calling. I think you need to have some very strong attributes to be able to work in the industry, and I think empathy and compassion are definitely two of those.
Australia's latest cohort of newly qualified embalmers is made up entirely of women. It's a big change for an industry traditionally dominated by men and older people.
We need people that come in with fresh eyes. How do you think that this should be done? What are your ideas for saying farewell? To have young people come in and help us through that, it's a revelation, and it's just a breath of fresh air.
For Ms. Broanda, days in the mortuary are far from morbid.
It's so rewarding to, make a beneficial last impact for people, in their worst time of grief.
This is TVWAN News. Tracy Parr joins us after the break with sports news.
New Fabuloso multi-purpose cleaner with an irresistible fragrance that lasts all day long, creating a field of flowers in every corner of your home with an irresistible fragrance that lasts and lasts all day long. Fabuloso Irresistible Fragrance.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
The Power Play Awards Papua New Guinea are back. Launched by ExxonMobil to recognize its valued external partners, the program celebrates the accomplishments of exceptional women and the men that support them across both the LNG and decarbonisation industries. Are you Papua New Guinea's next power player? Applications now open across 4 categories: the Rising Star, the Low Carbon Accelerator, the Ambassador and the Pioneer. Visit pnglng.com to enter today.
Payubong im kain heavy long walkabout blong you long display ground. Tasol also mon pla public servant, healthcare, life insurance na family security blong you emi big plus something throw. National Public Service New Care Association or PSNA. Emi partner blong you long healthcare, life insurance na too long strong in financial security blong you. One time PSNA, you na family blong you by kisim good plan na quality service. Abay you na too long buy him all bill blong you one time smart card ID blong MIPLA. Join in Public Service New Care Association now. Long wana MIPLA, it can look out in destiny blong you. PSNA, I mean partner blong you. Long look out in health blong you now. Long come up in good plus sit down blong you. Long behind time.
The undefeated unified bantamweight champion of the world, Tina Thorsley, puts her titles on the line against the unbeaten Saren Shep. Live May 25th on Fight Sports.
Anyway, let's go.
Me like you too much.
See the toughest fighters in MMA in a whole new light.
I had to show my true heart.
MMA 30 is your window into their lives.
These are my horses, my childhood house.
My judo is a huge asset for me.
An exclusive all-access pass.
We're here for his bachelor party.
With your favorite stars of the sport.
I would be known as one of the greatest.
Watch MMA 30 only on Fight Sports.
Welcome back. Leaders of the Port Moresby men's softball competition, Moni Plus Gazelle, escaped defeat by the skin of their teeth, 6-5 at the hands of second-place Bears in the main match of the weekend at the Bizining Diamonds. The top-of-the-table clash lived up to expectations, with both teams fielding their big guns for the tight contest, which runs at a premium. Bears Young Hup and Kamin Hela John Kinnett Jr. held hayfield play on the pitching mood, restricting the Antelope Sluggers. However, the big game experience of the pitcher-catcher combination of Saga, Gime and Charlie Pomohun limited the Gazelle Sluggers in Tony, Karani, Mark Simon, Brinton, Zale and Hondo Breath Jr. and eventually got home in a thriller 6-5. Oceania Rugby Women's Championships will return in 2024, featuring national women's teams from Fiji, PNG, Samoa and Tonga. The event will be held over 3 match days, May 24th, 29th and 2nd June in Brisbane. The championships serve as a pinnacle of women's rugby in the Oceania region, providing an electrifying platform for these teams to showcase their skills, determination and passion for the games. Moreover, it holds significant strides as the direct qualifier for the 2025 World Cup in England. The winner of the 2024 Oceania Rugby Women's Championships will also secure one of the 2 spots available for Oceania Women's 15th third Division. The runner-up of the Oceania Rugby Women's Championship will secure the second spot available for the Oceania in the Women's 15th third Division and will contest the final 5 spots available from the 2024 Women's 2nd to 3rd competition for qualifications to the 2025 Rugby World Cup. Moneyplus NCDC Port Moresby Vipers have leapfrogged Gurrias, Wigmen and Eagles to secure second place on the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup points ladder following Sunday's round 6 dominant performance against traditional rivals East New Britain Egma Gurrias 26-14. The highly anticipated matchup would bring a lot of hype and expectations from the fans. It was Vipers' strong defensive mindset Helia that got the Gurrias back paddling for the majority of the contest.
Vipers' 11-year drought since their 2013 Grand Final glory could be over after recording 4 consecutive wins against quality oppositions over the past weeks. The return of Vipers' prodigal son and one of the stars from the 2013 Grand Final winning team, Charlie Wabo, as head coach in 2024 could be the missing link. Vipers' defensive effort and their power play and energy in the attack against the Gurrias on Sunday was outstanding. The Vipers star-studded side led by co-captains Gilmore Paul and Fedro Gene. The Vipers' winning form looked ominous with veteran 5'8" Charlie Simon and number 7 and man of the match Joel Genna at the helm controlling traffic. Vipers' first scoring opportunity came halfway through the first half after Gurrias centre Emil Benjamin spilled the bin inside his red zone, allowing elusive fullback Sylvester Bulu to scoop up the loose ball to open the Vipers' ledger 6-0. With 13 minutes to half-time, Captain Gilmore Paul caught the Gurrias defense napping on the left edge, setting up winger Henry Murray to streak down the touchline before offloading to his pursuing captain to put the Vipers ahead 12-0. Just before halftime, Genna's running game again caught the Gurrias in no man's land with a simple put-down to make it 16-0 at the break. The injection of Gurria veteran Arce Boas in the second half brought back some direction and stability to the Gurrias' attack. But again, Vipers started the half with a try through former Lahani's rugged prop forward with a typical Tolai name tag, Palangat Kanini, pushing the Vipers 22-0. With 15 to go, Gurrias finally awoke from their slumber when centre Emil Benjamin troubled the Vipers' left edge defense in back-to-back fashion to get the Gurrias back in the contest. However, both tries unconverted, leaving the Gurrias trailing 8-22. From a good attacking set inside Gurrias 10, Vipers' man of the match Genna exploited Gurrias' retreating defense to pocket his second try. Gurrias' never-say-die attitude paid off with a late try to Junius Goen to put some respectability to the scoreboard 26-14 at full-time. Vipers coach Charlie Wabo says defense and sticking to the process won them the game.
Happy, proud that our boys defense this game, and we've been working on throughout this weekend our defense, working on our defense, goal line defense, and all this. So the boys, get the result on. So proud of them.
Thank you very much. All week we prepared for this game, so we prepared to defensive. Yeah.
Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
PNG has named a squad of 45 athletes for the 2024 Oceania Area Track and Field Championships to be held in Suva, Fiji from June 2nd to 17th. June 2nd to 7th. The team of 25 male and 20 female athletes, including 7 para-athletics, 5 of whom are attending an whole PC-funded program, which includes a training camp in Auckland before the championships.
The team includes mostly senior squad athletes, but also several promising development squad members. Leigh-based Hepzibah Romulus and Brisbane-based Janique Milley and Jack Mahuru
are the only under-18 athletes in the team, with others competing in the open division. Other athletes selected to represent Papua New Guinea for the first time are Deneline Siliwen, Patricia Kuku, Ray Kumala, Kumala Heru, Joy Tieba, and throwers Damien Kote, Isaiah Bedges, and Ethan Menin. USA-based Isila Apkup, Leonie Beu, and hurdler Alphonse Igish will be the first athletes to arrive in Fiji on May 28. President Tony Gwynn said it was important that athletes have continuing program to help them stay in shape and raise their performance level, so the timing of the Oceania Championships is ideal. Following this event, athletes will turn their attention to domestic programs in the second half of the year, culminating in the PNG Air National Championships from 6 to 8 December. Travel subsidies from Oceania Athletics and support from the PNG Olympic Committee also contributed to the budget of this event. Team managers are Nola Penny, female, and Monica Henao, men's team, with coaches Alan Akia and Lakona Gerega, working under head coach Brett Green and Sprint Hurdles coach Luke Donatini. Several other coaches have been working with elite athletes at the Gold Coast, will also be in Fiji and will assist our team. The PNG-based team members will live in 2 groups, with the main contingent heading to Fiji on May 30th for the meet on June 1st, whilst the development squad leave on June 1st. Susan Oreape, TVWAN Sports.
That's it for sports. Over to you, Carol.
Thank you, Tracy. And now to the weather forecast for the main centers for the next 24 hours. Southern region, isolated showers and thunderstorms. Port Moresby, mostly fine, partly cloudy. Momase, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Lae, partly cloudy with possible few showers. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Kokopo and Rabaul, few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Highlands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, few showers and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast. Coral Sea sees moderate to rough with southeast winds of 15 to 20 knots, reaching 25 to 33 knots. Bismarck Sea sees slight to moderate with east to southeast winds of 10 to 20 knots. Coastal waters forecast. Waters of southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru, to Kiwai Islands, to Kerama, to Yule Island, to Hood Point, to Samarai Islands. Seas 1.5 to 2 meters, rising to 3 meters along warning areas. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands. Seas 1.5 to 2 meters, rising to 3 meters along warning areas. Waters of Finchafen through Vitia Strait to Siasi and Long Islands. Seas 1.5 to 2 meters, rising to 2.5 to 3 meters along warning areas. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.